Hi, junk journaling friends. This is Lauren with Shabby Chic Sunday. In this video, we will look at how to download any font for free into Cricut Design Space. Now, if you have already worked in Cricut Design Space before, you probably know that you can be a member and pay $9.99 per month and have unlimited access to all of their images and fonts in Design Space. And I did pay for this for about a year after purchasing my first Cricut. Then I learned that I can find images and fonts on Google and upload them easily into Design Space for free, and the possibilities are endless. So if you're in Design Space, you know that if you want to add a text, you'll click the text icon right here, and then you can scroll through and select which fonts you want. I no longer pay the monthly subscription, so if I wanted to use any of these fonts, I now would have to pay, and most are $4.99 per downloaded font. Some are free, however, so I would just need to scroll through to find the one I want. But we're not going to mess with that today. We're going to save time. So my favorite free font website is called DaFont, and there are a couple to choose from. Another one that I like is fonts.google, but I do find DaFont to be the simplest and the most user-friendly. You can see the subheadings highlighted in red that group similar styles into categories. You can also search using this toolbar here for a specific font that you know you want to use. You scroll through to see all the options you have, and they're written, or should I say typed, in the name of the font. And if you want to see how specific fonts would work with your specific project, you can type your words here, and then all the possible fonts will show up with that specific word in. You can also see here on the right side how many people have previously downloaded this font, and also if it's free or if you need a license. Almost all of them are free, but it's good to double check for copyright issues, especially if you'll be using the font to sell products. When selecting a font for Cricut Design Space, it's also really important to take into consideration the design of the font. So, for example, you want to be looking for something with clear, crisp lines. You don't want to pick anything that looks blurry already or has like this shifted, etchy look because your Cricut machine is going to have a very difficult time cutting out smooth lines for that. I am going to look under script and calligraphy, and I'm going to find one that I would like to use for my project. So when you find one that you want to use, you're going to click download. And after you click download, this installation box will automatically appear. If you don't see it, check if it's behind your open programs. You'll most likely be given both of these file type options, .ttf or .otf files. TTF stands for True Type Font, and OTF stands for Open Type Font. Basically, the difference is OTF fonts include all of the advanced features, such as the special characters and the symbols, and the other one is just basic. So if you're given both of these options, I would highly recommend installing the .otf file, but either is fine. And then install. So once I have clicked and opened and installed my file, you'll most likely need to close out of Cricut Design Space if you are already in it so that it can refresh. And when you go back in, you'll hit the text icon. We'll go up here to Fonts. We're going to click System, and we're going to type in the name of the font that you just downloaded. And there it is. So you'll go ahead and click on it, and now you're ready to start typing. We can also click this flag here to bookmark our newly downloaded or favorite texts, and you'll see them all here under bookmarks for easy access. Another feature you can work with once you're in Cricut Design Space is ungrouping your text. Now, what that does is it's going to allow me to move each individual letter from that text so that if I wanted to make life really easy for me, and have this T connect to the rest of the letters that are in cursive, I can move it over and group it together. So then I'll highlight it again, and I'm going to click Combine, and you can click Weld or Unite. Both of them are going to combine them together. So when I enlarge this, you can see that my T has been solidified to the E, and you can also see here that the X is now connected to the T. And you might say, well, it already was connected to the T. It was, but if you had looked closely, you could see that there was a line between the two. Now it is completely welded together, and there will be no additional cut lines within that text. So let's do that again, and I will enlarge this image so you can see what I'm talking about. The X here is connected to the T, but you see that there's a line there. So I'm going to highlight this text and hit ungroup so I can move the T over. Similarly, right here, the T and the E are touching, but there's a line there. We don't want that because it's going to cut it out individually. So I'm going to highlight it, click combine, and then weld or unite, and now you can see that that line is gone. And that is totally just personal preference. I like that option so that when my Cricut cuts it out for me, I can peel it off the paper in one swoop and easily glue it down, rather than having letters then that are separate. And those are the basics. Thank you all, and I hope this was helpful for you. I'll see you in the next one.